Okay, this is part 3 of working Mr. Leo and Miss Faye. I've been mostly trying to teach Faye some things. She is tough, tough, tough. Oh, well, I hope you drank enough, because then you shoved it over. Well, that's some good rainwater, was it? Yes, there's a yawn. There's another one. Interesting, she's doing that standing next to him. She can't do it standing next to me away from him. But there's all that anxiety and tension that I knew was in there that she's been hiding. It appears like she's half asleep and relaxed and bored, but now we're seeing the truth right there. I don't know how many that was, but 4 or 5, and there goes another one. Yawns are serious releases of anxiety, and I guess it's over. I'm coming for the bucket, not you. Look, my focus. My focus is on the bucket. Thank you. See? My focus is on the bucket. You figure out where my focus is, okay? Good. Good. So she started to follow me. Yeah, I'm carrying a bucket. I should have stopped earlier, and there's more yawns. Got any more in there? Had a little 4-year-old Appaloosa here that people had a lot of trouble trying to start it themselves. It kept bucking. And boy, she was cute. Cute little thing. And I started working with her here. I don't remember if she was tacked up or not. I think she was tacked up. And I was just sending around and stuff like that. And I was teaching her, I was yo-yoing her emotions, teaching her passive leadership and what it means to have peace. And she started bucking. And I told her to stop. And she stopped. I walked away, turned my back on her and walked away. And then she started yawning. She yawned for 45 minutes. And I just sat on that mounting block for 45 minutes while she kept yawning. And when she was done, I walked up to her and knelt down and just sat with her. She dropped her head, almost fell asleep, and never bucked ever again. She just had all this poison inside of her that needed to come out. And I got this feeling that she's got something like that going on too. And that was a little weird. I looked at her and she walked up to me. But something about me, this horse, tells me she's just got a lot of poisonous stress inside. And there seems to be some things she doesn't understand. Either something in her early childhood or actually a lack of socialization. I've seen also horses that are, there's a guy named Dr. Robert Miller wrote a book called Imprinting Your Foal. He coined the term regarding imprinting horses and explained the whole deal and why you should do it and what it gets you. First 36 hours of a horse's life, the majority of the neural connections in the brain are made. They can learn 95% of what they ought to know in their life in those first 36 hours. And so he wrote this book, Imprinting. Well, nobody's read it. So people are going around imprinting their babies, and they think they know what it is, but they don't. And I have met so many horses that were imprinted as babies, but they were just handled a lot and treated like a baby. And they're not socialized. And what I mean by that is, in society, we have rules of behavior that are appropriate or inappropriate for the situation. They don't understand those rules of behavior. There is no inappropriateness. Anything goes. There are pieces of her that feels a little bit of that. And so interesting. Like right there, I just wanted to walk up to her and be with her. Like right here with Leo, I just want to walk up with him and be with him and enjoy ourselves together. And I can't do that with her. In the paddock, she's letting me. But look at her ears. She's warning me. Really? Thank you. What the hell? Not sure what that means. Why are you warning me? She almost walked away, changed her mind. Because she did, I'm able to walk away before she does. See if she looks away as I approach. Nope. I'm going to come over on this side. See what she thinks about me being here. She's got her eye on me. But that's a pretty good feeling right there. I still don't think she's showing me her true self. She feels like a horse that would act like everything's normal. She's got no problems as she blows and kicks me as she's leaving. Yeah, I found a crusty spot on her belly. She likes that being touched. You're okay. Just one of the many ways I use to desensitize a horse. There are a lot of ways. One of the things I noted on Sunday as I worked with her was her back end really needed to be desensitized a lot. And I mean, she's threatened to kick me a bunch of times today. And even now, see her ears? She just pinned her ears right there. So again, this is all her feeling she needs to defend herself from me. And what that translates to is when you actually put your foot in the stirrup and swing up and over, you get on their back for the first time. If they feel like this, they're going to blow. They're going to defend themselves from you. Everything she's telling me right now is I will defend myself. I need to defend myself from you. Why? Not sure why. I just got to figure out what I need to do to help her change that feeling. I don't want her to have to defend herself from me. I don't get on horses that feel a need to defend themselves from me. That's just dumb. I don't get on horses that are going to blow. I get on horses that are prepared and don't need to blow. Don't need to feel a need to defend themselves from you. Thank you. You're helping Leo. What a good boy. Really? Really? What's up with that? Don't you pin yours at me. I'm coming under. Really? There it goes again. Hey! Don't you even! Don't you even! No, good. No, I probably ought to change the way she feels about needing to defend herself before I even tack her up. I might need to bring her down here by herself and work really hard on that. Okay. So we're back to spook in place. I don't know if you could hear her breathing, but she was doing the old loud exhalations. And as she looks left and right, she's looking, trying to decide which way she's leaving. As I approached her, all of her brain was going, which way am I leaving? There was no thought about, what's he want? Should I stay here? It was, which way am I leaving? But she didn't. I'm going to offer to shake hands, give a little pet, and walk away. Well, dude, I think I'm going to put her up in this field so I can work with you, okay? I don't want to be tacking you up and riding you with her being foolish in here. I do see that you dirtied yourself up a little bit when you rolled. Good girl. Good. I like that feeling. Now, when I put her up in this paddock up here above my arena and separate them, he's going to get all silly and get emotional. That's not a bad thing. I've taught him a lot about that already, and I'm going to help him lose all that before I get on him, obviously. But it's not wrong for me to stimulate that if I'm good enough to be able to help him through it and manage it if I get on and he gets silly. That's what you all pay me $10 an hour to do. Yep, that's it, $10 an hour. Get on unbroke horses or problem horses that have bucked people off or whatever. I'm not complaining. I love this. I love to help a horse feel better and take a person that's a little troubled and but loves to ride horses and loves their horse and return that smile and happiness, running through the forest yelling wee 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 wee. Yep. Shoot. 2 weeks ago Monday, that's what I was doing with this guy, running through the forest, having a blast, yelling wee 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 wee. The only problem I had was separation anxiety from the mare we were with. And that wasn't that big a deal, but it could have been. Okay, girlfriend. See if you're going to let me put a halter on you. So, I like to have 2 steps in everything I do with horses. Step 1 is collect yourself. Step 2 is collect your horse. During the collect yourself phase, you're preparing yourself for what lies ahead. You're preparing to make a decision. You're preparing to make a change. That's what the decision is going to be about. And you're preparing to ask yourself, how are you going to communicate that decision to your horse? Because 2 main jobs, decision maker, communicator. 2 main jobs. Keep me informed with your sensory system and use your body to fulfill my decisions. My decisions are about what I want you to do with your body. So, preparing myself, collecting myself, before I walk up to her, if I've got this thing in a big mess, and I walk up to her, and she stands there and waits for me, well, I start doing all this kind of stuff, she might decide I waited long enough and start walking away. So, you want to have everything ready, just like before you go catch your horse. Get all your tack and grooming supplies positioned and ready, so everything's ready for your horse when they get there. You know, before you trot, prepare to trot. Think about how you're going to ask. Think about the diagonals. You know, what speed of a trot are you going to be in? Anywhere from the slowest jog possible to the biggest extended trot possible. Which one of those are you going to pick? How are you going to communicate that to your horse? What are your aids that you're going to use to communicate your decisions? Go through all that process. Collect yourself. Then communicate to your horse and collect your horse. And then give them the feedback. when they respond to your decision, one way or the other. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, I'm going to take you away from Mr. Leo here. Okay, now this is a good example of why I send horses through gates and don't lead them through gates. I got an extra horse in here that's hooked to her. If I lead her out here, who's guarding the gate when her ass is right here? Nobody. He could follow us right out and squirt through. So you don't lead a horse out. You own the space and you send horses through. I call this a portal. Stall door, trailer, a gate. I walk up to the gate, I open it. I'm going to send my horse through. And when they go through, they should turn and face. Good. And now I can secure the gate. Nobody else comes through this. And same could be if there are a lot of horses out there. It doesn't matter which side all the other horses are on. I only want the horse I'm with. So, you probably couldn't see a whole lot of that since the camera's only covering the round pen. Oh well. If I have any videographers to follow me around and man a camera, I could take a lot better videos. So just come on over, hang out, bring your bedroll with you. Go ahead. And you can see how Leo's taking this. Faye doesn't mind because Stryker immediately came over to keep her company. So she's a little fickle that way. She doesn't care which boy she's with. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move the camera and let you see that. You can see what Leo's doing here. Oh, she walked away from Stryker. Oh, that's hilarious. So she was over there standing with him, and she just walked up the hill and said, I don't care about you. That's funny. Interesting. Huh. I thought she was a lot more worried. Going to be a lot more worried about being away from him, but I guess the grass in there is worth it. Let's see what she's going to do. And you got him. Yeah, so I got to go in and engage him and help him with that. We're at 23 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start a new file right here. So we've had part 3. This next one coming will be part 4.